In order to win a war, you have to win the small battles. So, in this long journey of mine towards self-improvement, I figured I'd start with a small battle. Well, what should be a small battle. But this particular battle has been pummeling me for years. The first battle of the day. Sleep. Sleep is such a beautiful, weird, and in our 24-hour world, an increasingly frustrating thing. I mean, your body naturally wants to lay down for hours at a time so that it can slip into a state of unconsciousness where, after a bout of temporary paralysis, you experience extreme hallucinations. And that's for normal sleeping habits. Up to 60 million Americans suffer from occasional or chronic sleeping disorders, or parasomnias. Everything from chronic insomnia to sleep apnea to the really weird REM behavioral sleep disorder. A disorder that caused comedian Mike Birbiglia to jump out of his second-story window. He tells that story in an act called Sleepwalk With Me. It's hilarious. Check it out. While I've never jumped out of a window while sleeping, there was one time I startled myself awake by yelling, "I hate you!" at somebody in my dream, and apparently in real life. Yet despite, or maybe because, of how weird sleep is, there are still so many unanswered questions revolving around sleep, including the most obvious question, why do we need to sleep? That's right. We spend nearly a third of our lives completely out of it, and we don't even know why. All we really know is that if we don't participate in this odd nightly ritual, bad things start to happen. Impaired judgment, depression, weight gain, paranoia, memory loss. And studies have shown a link between sleep loss and serious health problems, including heart disease and diabetes. As baffling as sleep is, the fact is, we need it. And yet most people put little to no thought into their sleep health, often bragging about how little sleep they're getting. Donald Trump. Or Thomas Edison, who bragged he only got 3 hours of sleep each night. Of course, he forgot to mention all the naps he would take. While sleep needs differ from person to person, the fact remains we probably aren't getting enough sleep. And chronic sleep deprivation ends up taking its toll on cognitive function and motor skills. On the flip side, getting a restful night's sleep does wonders for the body and mind. For instance, various studies have shown an increase in mood, better concentration, stronger immune systems, better weight control, higher cognitive ability, increased creativity, better memory, and better memory. Yet, getting the 7 to 9 hours of recommended sleep is a lot easier said than done, especially in our modern world. Life moves at a fast pace, and work, school, and activities are constantly encroaching on our sleep time. Plus, the artificial light shining from our cities, illuminating our homes, and beaming from our screens wreaks havoc on our circadian rhythm. That's not to say that we should get rid of our light bulbs and our iPhones. Nope. No way. Not gonna do it. But it does mean that we need to be more conscious about how we approach sleep. My own relationship with sleep is a complicated one. I hate going to sleep, and I have ever since I was a wee little babe. So I prolong the inevitable as long as I possibly can. So I'm usually up until 2 or 3 in the morning, just so I can lay in my bed for an extra 30 plus minutes as I wait for Mr. Sandman to steal me away to dreamland. However, once I am asleep, I despise waking up, often sleeping through multiple alarms. This formula has resulted in a decent amount of sleep deprivation, a lot of frustrating nights, countless wasted mornings, and a few embarrassing stories. But we'll get to that. So, I'm ready to change and make a conscious effort to get a good night's sleep. The goal here is simple. Go to bed by 10:30 and wake up at 6:30 every day. Here's the plan. Stick to a consistent sleep schedule. While following your natural circadian rhythm isn't possible for most of us in today's world, sticking with a consistent sleep schedule is more doable. Experiment and find a schedule that leaves you rested, and then stick with it, even on weekends. Exercise every day. Studies have shown that people who regularly exercise are better sleepers. 2 birds, 1 stone. Exercise. Establish an evening routine. Writing in a journal, reading a paperback book, meditation, whatever it may be, a consistent routine can help cue the body that it's time to sleep. Avoid screen time for at least 30 minutes before bed. More time is ideal, but let's be realistic here. The artificial light, especially the blue light coming from your phone, your tablet, or your computer, can easily disrupt the natural release of melatonin into your body. Melatonin is what helps us get sleepy at night. So unfortunately, binge watching Netflix in your bed isn't going to help you sleep. If possible, dim all of your lights to signal to the brain that it's time to get sleepy. For more tips and information about the fascinating world of sleep, check out the book Dreamland: Adventures in the Strange Science of Sleep. It is a fascinating and quick read which will help point you in the right direction for more research into sleep. And tune in for part 2 of this sleep series to see how well I stick to this plan and how I plan on becoming a morning person. Until then, this has been Brent's 2 cents. Sweet dreams.